Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, the third day of November, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we're broadcasting at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to do that, ksje.com, or maybe you're using the new KSJE app. Welcome aboard. Glad that you are with us this morning. Welcome also to our viewers who are joining us. The video of this program streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. Glad you are with us, everybody, because coming up we are talking about performing arts in the community. The new Juniper Performing Arts Foundation. Some of their board members are my guests this morning. We'll be learning more about this brand new organization and the work that they are doing in Farmington and San Juan County. So stay tuned for that coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Then at 8:50 this morning, we'll be doing our Monday Reboot segment. That's when I get to talk technology with my guest, Lewis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems here in Farmington. That leads the way into Mick Hess, Roving with the Arts, our weekday classical music program here on KSJE, beginning after the news at 9:06. Don't forget, you can also connect with us on other forms of social media in addition to Facebook and YouTube, like Instagram, Blue Sky, and X. And if you're a podcast listener, you can subscribe for free to KSJE podcasts. They're available where you're probably already listening to podcasts. So check it out, subscribe, and maybe discover a new local program that you may have missed. Another way to stay connected with podcasts, streaming, and more, the new KSJE radio app. It's available now at the App Store and on Google Play. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is currently 44 degrees on this Monday morning, a sunny morning so far. We're expecting a partly sunny day today with a high near 70 degrees this afternoon. Partly cloudy overnight with a low near 40. It'll be partly sunny again tomorrow with a high of 67 on Tuesday, sunshine and 67 on Wednesday, sunny and 64 on Thursday, and lower 60s again on Friday and Saturday. I'll be back with my guests with more right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The caregivers of San Juan Regional Medical Center are committed to bettering the quality of life, health, and care of individuals, families, and our communities. Life is their sacred trust. Better is their mission. Here is their home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, improving the health of the Four Corners since 1910.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
My guest on the program this morning from the new Juniper Performing Arts Foundation here in the area. We'd like to welcome them to KSJE. Great to see you all. Good morning. Shera Piper is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Jordan Richards is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And Gina Intoppa is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Scott.
All members of the board of directors of this new Juniper Performing Arts Foundation. So it's great to have you all here to talk a little bit about what that is as I show what I want to show. That is what I want to show. This new organization, this formed about how long ago?
3 months ago.
3 months, so it is brand new. That's what I thought,
It is
right?
brand new.
Okay, and the reason behind forming this new Performing Arts Foundation, what were the conversations about?
So obviously performing arts is a very important part of our community, and it's we continue to grow that section. And so the city of Farmington is an amazing support system for the current programs that are running. But we see the need for a standalone nonprofit to kind of step in and help secure that funding. So obviously, you know, when when things are good, but if something were to happen, the arts often goes away quickly. So
I see.
Our foundation is hoping to just really cement that in the community. And where we want to start is with the children's programs through the Heather McGoy.
Isn't it a foundation?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a foundation anymore.
Academy, right?
That's the right word.
I got you. Okay, understood. So, and so again, the Four Corners Musical Theater just completed its successful run of Addams Family the Musical. Shera Piper, I think you were in that. So
the Edwardian ancestor.
Yes, exactly. So great job and congratulations.
Thank you.
I think the community has seen a lot of wonderful productions put on by the Farmington Civic Center and the group, which is a city department. And so what you're saying is this foundation would help in that regard if need be, and maybe expand some of the offerings or some of the things that organization is able to do, either within the city or with support from outside the city, and raising money in that regard?
Yes, we are seeing these programs grow by leaps and bounds every time. We're going to be opening registration for the kids show here soon, and that show fills up every single year. So we're really wanting to see these programs grow and expand. Our first initiative is the Charlie Brown Christmas show that's coming up,
right,
December 11th through the 13th. And as Jordan said, the city is incredibly supportive. They will fund that show regardless of whether or not we're involved. But the city does fund that show out of their general fund, and so all of the ticket proceeds then have to go back into that general fund. By allowing us to fund it, we're hoping to then reinvest those funds right back into the Heather McGoy programs and see them grow, expand some class offerings and things like that. So
got you. Very good. And of course, operating as a nonprofit, you are able to do things that the city can't do, which is basically raise money, and that's also an important part of this conversation too. The city can't go around raising money and using it for some of these things, so that's why this independent foundation is also a good idea, it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important to also highlight that we are not a city foundation. We are here to support the arts throughout Northwest New Mexico. So while we're kind of identifying things that are already existing within the city of Farmington, if there are other programs out there that we can help support in the future, then that's the goal.
Got you. But to start with, this is kind of where you're starting.
Exactly.
It sounds like to me, right? Yeah. And so that's an important distinction to make.
Yeah.
And right now, I know you're working on your 401 or 501c3 status. In the meantime, you are being helped by another nonprofit in the area to at least kind of help you until that all gets approved at the state level, I guess, right?
Yes. Film Four Corners is supporting us as a fiscal agent. So shout out to Film Four Corners.
Okay, very good. Gina mentioned the Charlie Brown Christmas show, which of course I think was on stage last year as well, and has a great group of kids, and this is a way to get kids involved, and so that's kind of one of the things that you talked about, being able to raise money for and support to start off with. And so it seems like the children's programs have really grown, as you said too, by leaps and bounds. Every time it seems like there's a lot of kids that show up for those shows that include the kids, whether it be Annie that I'm familiar with, or Wizard of Oz that I think Shera is familiar with, and the other ones as well. But a lot of kids from the community have come out to be involved in these programs, and that's been a really important part of this too, I guess, huh?
Yeah, there's so many kids that sign up, and it's a huge commitment for these kids. I mean, it's a great learning experience. They get a lot of involvement in the different aspects of theater, but there are some barriers to entry for some kids in this community. So another one of the initiatives that we're trying to take on is to just make these programs more accessible to the community, and to perhaps set up scholarships or bring these programs into other community centers. So we're just really excited. As Jordan said, we've only been going for 3 months, so we're just getting started.
Sure. Very good.
Yeah.
And in addition to being on the board, you all, I think, are parents. Mm-hmm. And so and I think all of your children are involved in these programs, yes,
Yep.
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And so what has their experience has been like, I guess? I'd like to know. I think, Shera, you've got a pretty talented kid.
All four of my kids have been in the Heather McGoy programs.
Right.
And we've been doing this since 2014, I think, is when my first kid got in the show.
Okay.
My two youngest kids are still at home. Lance just completed, he was the caveman ancestor in Addams Family.
Yes.
And one of the Beetlejuice clones in Beetlejuice Jr.
Right.
So he's full on planning on doing theater as a living because of these programs. So,
how about that?
Mm-hmm. And my youngest daughter decided to do tech in Beetlejuice instead of actually act, and she's loving that aspect. She would love to do that.
Nice.
in her future.
And so they get exposed to both of these different sides of
Yeah.
it, both on stage and behind the stage too, I guess, too, and the tech part of it as well.
Yes.
So very good. Jordan, what about with your family?
So we are always involved in these things. My wife works at the Civic Center, and then my oldest was allowed to help with the tech side during Susical. It was kind of he wanted to help out. He's only 7, so he got to flip a switch, and
Okay.
he was in love.
Nice.
So he memorized the whole show. He still sings it,
Right.
and he's very proud of his black light switch that he
Nice.
flipped.
But he had to flip it at exactly
He had to
the
flip
right
it
time.
just the right time,
Right?
and he learned a
Very
lot
important.
about the tech side of things at 7.
Right.
So
Very, very good. Gina, you've got a couple of talented
Yeah.
kids as well.
They're
So
both, like Shera, both the kids are in the show, one backstage, one on stage, and they've just gotten so much out of these programs, so we're so excited to give back to them.
yeah, very good. And so again, and I think that these stories are repeated over and over again with other families in the community through these different offerings. And so we've seen the Heather McGoy Academy grow over the years, and so this is another way to support that. And so I guess, are you imagining maybe seeing more shows through the academy, or more shows featuring more kids if you get enough money to do what you hope to do?
I think so. I think the sky is the limit at this point. You know, we have a lot of opportunity, and what's really great about this is we also have our core of professional actors that travel in, and there are several of them that want to be involved with these kids programs. So we have different options for directors or whatever, and so we have a lot of opportunity.
Right.
To grow within this program.
And those professional actors seem very giving with their time when they are here to give classes and teach classes and help coach young actors and things along that line, and give them some really, I think, insights into their world and how they have decided to do this professionally and travel around the country and make a living at it, which isn't always easy. And getting some of those insights for kids in our area has to be a really important lesson as well for them.
Yeah, our professionals are always really generous with their time and putting on classes. We would love to see a little more structure come to that. Maybe, kind of create a system where kids can move up in their skill levels and help create some more support around those classes. But yes, they've been wonderful, and we fully plan to continue to engage with our professional theater company and use them as a resource for our kids.
Sure. Very good. And I want to ask, too, a little bit about the school districts, too, because they have active theater programs and things like that. Is that also something that you would like to reach out and work with, if not already, with some of the students' productions at some of the schools and things in the area? Is there room for that as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's really where we want to grow these programs, is within the schools. We already have teachers that are passionate about it. Let's support them. PV has already reached out to us. They're putting us in their playbill this weekend.
Nice.
Shout out to Miss Bassing's film class. She said she was watching us today. So,
Okay.
But yeah, the schools are absolutely where we want to grow these programs.
Right. Got you. Very good. And so, again, you are formed, the Juniper Performing Arts Foundation. Apparently, you need a logo. Someone told me.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. What's up with that? You having a contest or asking for submissions?
Well, we enjoy the arts, but we're not necessarily artists. So,
Oh, come on.
Not graphic artists.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Gotcha. And so what are you looking for? Something that tells the story a little bit about the organization, or what type of logo, I guess, are you looking
Yeah,
for?
we're
Or you
open.
don't know until you see it?
Yeah, we're open to creative submissions, so we're really excited to see what the community comes up with. All of the information is on our website, juniperpaf.com. I think we've got a $100 prize. It's mostly bragging rights, but trying
Right.
to incentivize a little bit. But yeah, we're just excited to see what everyone comes up with. We're hoping to get some submissions very soon, because we would love to start rolling that logo out as we continue to fundraise and
Sure.
put our name out there. So
Right.
if you are at all artistically inclined, please check that out. We would
Yeah.
love to see what you come up with.
Okay.
And if you can't decide on one thing specifically, you are allowed to submit up to 2 designs. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. There you are. And then the website's on the screen right now, everyone. Radio audience, it's Juniper PAF, performingartsfoundation.com/contest for that. information. I know there's other information on the website as well about donations and things like that. And so again, as you ramp up your fundraising efforts, the idea is to complement what the city of Farmington is already doing for this area, this department in the city. Is that the idea?
Yeah. I think complement and then grow. And like I said, the sky's really the limit at this point.
Right. Very good. And so, could we see more shows, I guess, during the season if things go well, or maybe fancier shows, or shows with a bigger budget? I guess I don't know.
We would love to be able to capture some of the traveling shows that go through Popejoy. The city already does that with some shows, but to be able to grab a couple more and help fund that if we get to that level, that would be great. We would love to do that. But then, like I said, our real focus is really on the local programs. We want to grow the talent that we have here. Farmington is such a great place already. Why not grow the talent that we already have and continue to promote that?
Sure, right. Which I think we've seen, too, with the addition of all the kids that are part of the Heather McGraw Academy and things like that, the numbers that are just growing and growing and growing, and with some of the other shows, too, as we see a lot of locals that are cast in some roles, in addition to these traveling actors that come in, and seeing some of our local folks really grow and develop on stage, some of them in this room right now. Not me, but I'm thinking like some of you, like Shera over here.
Yes.
And some of the roles you've had, Shera, can you just kind of run through them for us? You were in Addams Family. We just saw you on stage there.
Addams Family twice now. My first show here in Farmington was Addams Family.
At Sandstone, out at Sandstone.
Out at Sandstone.
I remember that show. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Very good.
And so I've been in all of the summer shows except for Hairspray. I was unable to do Hairspray this year.
Okay.
But since 2016, I've been in all of the summer shows. So I played Tanya in Mamma Mia.
Right.
I played Annie in I played Grace in Annie.
Okay.
not
Right.
Annie.
Yes. Right.
The Wicked Witch. She was a fun one.
In Wizard of Oz.
In
yeah.
Wizard of Oz. Yes.
Right.
She was. Dream role.
To be green on stage. What
To be green on
else is-
stage.
Yeah.
I watched The Wizard of Oz as a child every day. So, and I
Nice.
loved the
Did so
flying
well.
monkeys. It was
Right.
perfect.
Right. Nice.
And then Legally Blonde, I was one of the 3 girlfriends.
Right. Right. So lots of opportunities.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
been great.
Yeah, very good. So that's wonderful. And again, lots of other opportunities for other folks. I know when the casting calls go out, the door is wide open for folks to come in and try out. So that's how it works. But very good. But the Performing Arts Foundation you're focusing on kids at the moment. Is that the kind of the focus right now?
That's
Yes.
our first initiative. Yes.
Got you. And this Charlie Brown Christmas show, it's going to be on stage. It's going to happen. The city will fund it, but eventually you would like to pay for that, or you would like to fund that to raise money from it as well?
We're about a third of the way to funding on that show right now, and the city is working with us, so they've been really great to try and help us get there with the funding. Like I said, the show is happening regardless. They're doing auditions for the kids this weekend, I think.
Right.
And so you might see some different things with our funding of the show. We'll probably be using a different ticket platform than people are used to, just to, again, make sure more of those funds go back into the program, so we're not paying so many ticket fees and things like that. But yeah, it's looking like it's a go, and we're really excited, but we are still needing some support, and we're looking for some business sponsorships. If your business is interested in getting involved,
Right.
come talk to us. We would love to figure out how we can make it work for both of us.
Very good. So for a business, what do they get in exchange for a sponsorship? Are there some ways that you can help promote them or thank them?
Yes,
and things like that.
The city is putting marketing behind this show, so there's certainly room in the playbill placement, in social media, and things like that. Some signage, even at the venue, if someone wants to set up a table. We are open at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
We're open. So just if you have ideas, come talk to us.
If somebody wants to call and fund the other 2/3 of the show, I will come work for you for a week.
Wow. How about that?
It's a deal right there.
There's a deal right there. That's true. That's very true. And so I imagine folks maybe are a little unaware of what the budgets are for shows like this. I mean, what are we looking at? What goes into some of these
Sure.
numbers that you're going to tell me about?
The Charlie Brown show is about a $12,000 budget, and that includes the license for the show, all of the contract employees who come in to help with music and lights and things like that, includes costumes, sets, basically the full production. So, the show did really well last year. You know, we had really great ticket sales, so we feel pretty confident that we can make this a successful fundraiser again this year, even with that budget. But yeah, the kids shows obviously are a little bit cheaper to put on than these adult productions, which are a little bit more big scale. But
Sure.
Yeah, we feel fully confident we can reach 100% funding for the kids show.
Yeah, very good. And again, that licensing is probably one of the bigger tickets, I think, for any show, is to get the rights to do that. And I know that's maybe the reason why some of other popular shows have been asked for haven't come yet to Farmington, because maybe the licensing fees are a little steep, or they're not even available to be licensed yet. And that's
Most of the time, it's because they're not available.
Yeah, they're still making gabs of money on Broadway,
Yes.
or something,
Or
right?
traveling.
Traveling
yeah,
with the
even
Broadway.
Chicago, since Chicago is playing in Albuquerque,
Right.
Four Corners Musical Theater was unable to get the license because the professional group was so close to our area.
Gotcha. And so they look at that as well, I
Yeah,
think. So that
they do.
That makes sense. But it's expensive. But I think we've seen the quality of the shows here that have been performed. The bar has been raised, it seems to me, as someone who's gone to shows for 30 years. I think the bar has been raised with some of the newer shows that we have seen, with some of the sets and the costumes and just some of the special effects and things like that. And so that's what people are learning about when they're in these classes and taking some of these lessons and things like that. So that's really important as well. So very good.
If you haven't been around the theater in a while, please come back. We have really excellent productions, and Four Corners Musical Theater Company is doing really amazing work. We have a really fun season coming up next year too. So we're excited to continue to grow those audiences.
Very true. Yeah, I hope a lot of folks went to see Addams Family and kind of can understand what we're talking about, or maybe they saw the show this summer out at Sandstone, Hairspray, or some of the other shows that have been offered over the season. So it's been really fun to watch them come in and perform. So that's been great. And so with this organization, you are 3 of the board members. How big is your board? Is this it? Do you have more people that aren't on the radio this morning?
Yeah, our board is 7 strong.
Okay. You all drew the short straw? Is that what happened this morning?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very good. And so you're all working to raise money then for the organization and for some of these things that you want to do. And so ideally, what do you see? What's on the wish list? Is to have so much money you can bring in some of these traveling shows and support the children's theater shows and things like that?
Yeah, I think long term, that's I would love to see some traveling shows come through and kind of expand the season that's already a really strong season, and just keep people in the theater. I mean, it's such a great experience. I love watching movies in the theater. I love watching live performance even more, because it's just such a, everybody's in there together and you feed off of the energy. If you've been to a Four Corners Musical Theater show, you've heard Randy talk about everybody's energy.
Yes, and where it meets in the room. Yes,
but it's true. It
is
really does. And if you let yourself feel it, it's a magical experience. So that's what we want to continue and grow.
Right. Very true, which is great. And it's, as you said, it's not cheap, but you're starting with this first show here with Charlie Brown Christmas and raising money from there, and then doing more with the kids for the Heather McGoy Academy, and that's for kids. What are the ages in the academy?
8 to 18.
Is that what it is?
Depending on the show that they're involved in, and then classes can be even for adults.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
It depends on what the teacher, what their parameters are.
Sure, that makes sense. So
We had a
very good. What else?
stage combat show.
Or
A class?
We're a class.
Yeah.
Was it last year? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty
stage
cool.
combat.
Yeah, so people were sword fighting, and that was pretty cool. So
Right.
there's some really cool things that happen.
Exactly, and not just sword fighting, but learning how to sword fight, I guess, safely, right?
Yes.
Like you would
Yeah.
to make it look like you're dangerous, but you're not.
Exactly.
And it's acting.
My child took that class.
Yeah.
Right? Did they love it?
Yeah.
Of course, right? Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
To be allowed to do that.
And Lance still uses it. He and Bridger were sword fighting during Little Mermaid.
Oh, see?
Not on stage, but like during breaks and rehearsals.
Okay. Well, there you go. That works as well. So very, very good. Well, great. Well, if folks would like more information on the Performing Arts Foundation, they can go to the website.
Yep.
Can they give you guys a call, or what's the best way to do that as well? What would you say?
Website or email is the best for us right now. You can go to info@juniperpaf sherapiper@kf.com for our email. We're on social media. We're on Facebook, working on Instagram.
Okay.
So message us there. That's probably the easiest way is email or social media.
Gotcha. Okay. And before we run out of time, there was one other piece of business we wanted to do with a winner for a drawing. You did explain kind of how you collected these tickets here.
We had a table outside in the lobby at the Adams family. We had a photo booth and we did some fundraising, and we're raffling off a season ticket to the 2026 Four Corners Musical Theater Company season. So thank you to everyone that stopped by our booth and supported us. We're going to continue to do that before shows, so come by and see us again in the future. But
Okay.
I think we're going to draw a winner. So
Okay, very
we're going
good.
to let you draw the winner.
We'll do it like Shera's going to hold the bag, and then we're going to do this and try to do this live and see. All right, I'm digging. I'm not looking. There's a few tickets in here. There's a lot of tickets in here.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at the winner. Okay, here we go. This is the one. This is the one. This is the
found
one.
it.
Can
All right.
Okay.
Do I have to read it? Do you want to read it? I'll let Shera read it because
I will
she's the
read it.
professional.
Oh, well, I didn't say I would read that.
What do you think?
Greg Berthelot,
That's what it looks like.
All
Okay,
right,
congrats, Greg.
Berthelot.
Okay.
Greg will be giving you a call.
They will be getting in touch with you, Greg. So congratulations. Very good. And again, thanks to all who bought tickets to support the Juniper Arts Foundation and Performing Arts Foundation, pardon me. And you'll be around at other performances too, it sounds like to me, with your table and raising money and getting the word out like you are this morning.
Yeah, we hope so.
Very, very good. Wonderful. Well, again, it's online, juniperpaf.com. Again, raising money for the Charlie Brown Christmas Show, which is coming up here. Gosh, it is that season,
I
isn't
know.
it? Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. So a lot of great opportunities for kids to get involved. Again, as Gina was saying, rehearsals or tryouts are starting now, we think.
Yeah, I don't know if there are audition slots yet. I believe auditions are this Saturday and Monday. And if you have a kid ages 8 to 18 who's interested in auditioning, reach out to the Civic Center, to Jordan Richards Jordan Grant, not this Jordan.
Jordan number
different
2.
Another
Jordan Grant and Kelsey Richards.
There you go.
They can let you know what the audition slots look like, but I think
Okay.
it's filling up fast. There's
I
a lot of
imagine it would be.
interest.
Yeah, for sure. And there's only a certain number of spots, so
Yes.
that's why there's a limited amount of audition spots. But that will be, again, on stage around the holiday season as we get closer. So stay tuned for dates on performances and things like that. In the meantime, the Juniper Performing Arts Foundation will be out and about raising money and awareness of performing arts here in the community. And again, not just necessarily working with the city, but with other groups as well. You're open to that.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you all very much for coming in. Always appreciate you being here and supporting the arts in the community. Thanks very much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Scott.
You're
Appreciate
very
it.
welcome. My guest this morning with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.